So after I saw La La Land, I went and saw Patriots Day. Now that's one big spectrum of different types of movies. If I've ever seen it, I go from seeing an upbeat musical like La La Land, and then after that, go see a fucking gritty, hard to watch thriller about based off the Boston bombings. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense to me. I was a man. I was like, that was the way I ended my night. I'm like, fuck, this is gonna be. I going in. I'm like, oh god, this is gonna be rough. That's it for. I was not looking forward to sitting through this because just because of it being, it's still pretty goddamn fresh in my mind. The Boston bombings was like only 4 years ago, and it's still one of the most one of the thing I remember where I was. I even had friends that actually were in Boston at the Boston Marathon. They luckily didn't get killed or get hurt. They luckily literally got finished doing the Boston Marathon an hour before the bombs actually went off. They were actually at the spot where the bombs went off an hour before. That's luck if I ever heard it. But anyways, this is a movie that I was kind of interested in seeing because it's directed by Peter Berg. Peter Berg is the guy that has made he made the original movie Friday Night Lights. He also produced the TV show. He did Lone Survivor. He also did Deepwater Horizon, which was one of my favorite movies of earlier this year. And he's been a really goddamn good director. Like, he's made a career right now off of making these really good movies based off of really horrible tragedies, real life tragedies. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but whatever. You got a knack for it, why the fuck not? Keep doing it. And like I said, the trailers looked, I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be one hard sit through. I was like, yeah, it's a tough subject matter. I was like, wow, I was looking forward to, because I liked the director. I was like, man, I was looking forward to it. Just because of, like I said, being fresh in my mind. And yeah, this movie is rough to sit through. My nerves were shot like halfway through this fucking movie. It's a great movie. It is. It's very good. It's definitely, Peter Berg is a goddamn good director. He's a very good director. And at making these kinds of movies and making some really fucking intense actions or set pieces. Holy fuck. The performances in this movie are really good. I keep harping on this all the damn time. I keep saying this nonstop. Mark Wahlberg is one of the most underrated actors out there. And this is one of his best like one of his movies again where he pulls off a damn good performance. I made a joke going into seeing this. I was like, well, the only reason he was basically casted in this was because he is from Boston. And I mean, I'm sure this is like a passion project. I mean, this hits close to home for him. But yeah, I made that joke, but at the same time, like, he's probably gonna be really good in it. And he is really good in it. Like the scenes where he's breaking down, like he's like getting like PTSD and shit like that. It's really good. It's really, really good. And his determination to find these fuckers that did this. It's also even though he is in a lot of this movie, it's a more ensemble piece, because like at the beginning of this movie you get introduced to him. Also you get brief introductions of other characters, like this married couple who the woman's a nurse and the husband's a student, and they are going to be spectators at the Boston Marathon. Even though I thought their characters would be a lot bigger, they kind of just disappear. Well, there's a reason why, but they do disappear. I thought they would be bigger characters since we get a lengthy introduction to them. You get J.K. Simmons, who's this police chief of Waterton. He's pretty goddamn good, even though he has this weird Boston accent going. Was a little distracting at first. I still thought he was really good in this movie. J.K. Simmons is one of the best actors. He was actually in La La Land too. He was good in that. I forgot to mention that. He was good in that too. So I saw 2 movies with J.K. Simmons. Hey, I ain't bitching. What else? Yeah, Kevin Bacon is the FBI, head of the FBI that is trying to find these people that did it. You got John Goodman as the police chief of Boston. Also, you do spend a lot of time with the actual Boston bombers. They do put a lot of focus on them, and they kind of like make the younger brother, and I know this was kind of put in the news a little bit, they make him out to be a little bit sympathetic, a little bit, but also at the same time, they also make sure you realize that this motherfucker knew exactly what he was doing and did it full willingly, even if his brother did, like, kind of looked like they made it out kind of like his brother pressured him to do it, but he did know what the fuck he was doing at the end of the day. That was interesting. I'll give them that. Like, they focused on that story too, their story, and like them and their manhunt. I just fucking the shit where like right after the bombings happened, after they set the bombs off, they're just sitting at home, casually watching TV, going to get some milk at the convenience store. What the fuck is? Oh, man, that shit pisses you off. When you see that shit, these people were fucking despicable. They're pieces of shit, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm going on a rant, but that's the truth. Fuck. I'm trying to think who else. Goddamn, that sequence. There's 2 sequences in this movie that were freaking fantastic. One was that the bombing sequence in this movie is one of the most intense scenes I've seen in the past few years. Man, they made that as gritty, as fucking hard to watch as it can get. Like, it felt like you were in the middle of this fucking thing. The way they shot it was so fucking well done. It was like, that was hard. That was some hard shit to watch. And there's just blood, gore. It's bloody, is what it should be. I mean, they fucking talk about like that scene where the cop has to stick. They have an 8-year-old boy laying on the fucking sidewalk dead. They couldn't fucking move him because he's evidence. It has evidence on him. And so that scene where the cop has to stand there and watch over the body is fucking one of the most, that scene will mess with you. But like, just the imagery in that scene was just, god damn it. And like how it was shot, like it felt like I was in the middle of this fucking bombing as it was going on. It was really intense. Like I said, my nerve, like that happens 20 minutes into this movie. I felt like my nerves were shot by that point. I'm like, I'm just sitting there almost shaking while watching that scene. And then, cause that's the first 20 minutes of the movie. The rest of the movie is really the bulk of this movie is about the manhunt that proceeded after that, and it's really good. Like, even from that point, it's really fucking good. Like, how they found these fuckers to, like, it's amazing they even found them in the first place because of how crowded it was. I mean, thank God for like the cameras that we have around on the streets nowadays. If they weren't there, we would have been fucked. They would have gotten away. But the other sequence that was really good was that. Now, I remember that the whole week I remember that week vividly, like a lot of people do. I remember that Friday where I remember the bomb. The 2 days I remember the most were the bombing that happened on Monday and finding out about that, just watching the fucking TV, and then the other day I remember was the boat, like the kid trapped in the boat, and there was just a fucking standoff while this kid was in this boat, and the police were surrounded by him. I remember that on TV vividly. But the one part I don't fucking remember was, and this was like this shit. It's kind of funny. When I was watching this movie, it's you'd be like, man, this is like something you see out of fucking, like, exactly right out of a movie. It doesn't seem fucking like this could really happen, but it did. But that's the part in the movie where Chase, they got the guys cornered, and it basically becomes a fucking warfare, like a battlefield in the fucking middle of the suburbs of fucking Boston. That was crazy. They're throwing bombs at these cops and like hitting people's houses, and I'm like, god damn the amount of damage that whole thing had to cause, that all those houses. That was a great scene. Oh my god, that was probably the best scene in the whole movie, where they're battling these guys in the streets of Boston. That was great. And it was really well done, really intense, and Jesus, it was nonstop. That was really well done action sequence. And like I said, it just, you go into like, this seems so fucking far fetched, but it fucking really did happen. That's the crazy part about it. Like, it just seems like something that would just come right out of the movie, but it did fucking happen. And I forgot about that. If I'm wrong, maybe I'm wrong, but I was like, man, I said, I remember the brother getting run over and stuff like that, the older brother, but I didn't remember the fact that there was a complete shootout and bombs thrown at cops. I don't remember that part, but apparently it did happen. Unless Hollywood embellished it. It's possible. But I highly doubt it, because Peter Berg usually does pretty well on these kinds of movies. But yeah, it's a really fucking well made movie. It's really well directed. Also, if there's anything I can kind of complain about, is the weird humor that kind of pops up throughout this movie, because there are some moments that you're supposed to laugh at, and it's kind of like, for such a serious scene, I don't know if it's really necessary. Two really great examples, like at the very end of the movie, during the standoff with the kid in the boat. At one point, the cops just decide to start shooting up this boat, and the one cop goes, "Well, I guess that's not floatable." Like, was that line really necessary? It's like, really, was that line necessary? And then while they got this guy surrounded, they got like snipers up on the rooftops and all stuff like that. They cut to these snipers on the rooftops like 2 minutes after they shot up, and this female Boston cop is on the rooftop with them with like just like a regular gun. He's like, "Lady, it's okay. You can kind of step down. We're here now." He's like, "Fuck you. I'm not going anywhere." That's what she tells him. He said, "I'm from fucking Boston. And I'm wanting to get these fuckers." And it was just like really random. It was like, okay, like it was supposed to be done for comedic relief. I can't really do it justice to watch the movie, but it was like, was that really necessary too? That was one of those, like, that went nowhere. I was like, I don't know. There's a lot of parts of it just like kind of like throws a lot of weird humor in there. But I mean, I guess to try to lighten the mood, but this is really a serious subject. It's kind of hard to do that. I really highly recommend this movie though. It's really good, and it didn't do very well at the box office this past weekend, and I was like one of the only people in that theater. That's sad. I said, it's a really good movie. I think people were probably just it still hits too close to home for some people, and they probably don't want to watch it. That's probably why. I understand that, so that's fine. But yeah, I do recommend it. Definitely check it out. As far as trailers, I don't even have to look at my phone. As far as trailers, I didn't mention any trailers with La La Land. I didn't get any with La La Land. Any new trailers? I got the same old shit. Dog's Purpose, which I swear to God, I've gotten that trailer 500 fucking times. Every time I go to the movie theater, I get that trailer. Not in front of this, but I did get the Fate of the Furious. Finally, I got that trailer. I've seen it online a couple months ago. About a month or so ago, I got that trailer. I saw that trailer. I love the Fast and Furious movies. I've said this on multiple occasions. It's like my guilty pleasure movie series. I love them to death. It's a new movie directed by the guy who made Straight Outta Compton, which kind of makes me okay. That could be kind of interesting. Like they keep getting, like, they got James Wan last time. Now they got fucking the guy who made Straight Outta Compton. This one, and I'm like, I don't understand how the hell the series ended up making 8 films. I mean, I know they've done really well, but Jesus, I thought they should have ended the series after Paul Walker died, honestly. But, god damn it. Of course, this movie's kind of got my curiosity. Charlize Theron as the villain, which is awesome. And Statham's joining the group. That's even more awesome. I don't know why, but whatever. I don't know why the fuck they would trust them at all. But this is a series that has a sequence in the trailer where fucking they're being chased by a submarine. It's like every time they try to figure out some way to top how more ridiculous can we get? Let's have them be chased by a submarine. Like, they pull down a plane, they've battled a tank, they've parachuted out of a plane. Man, it's like, this series is getting ridiculous. And then you got Vin Diesel's like the villain, and that's kind of intriguing. So I'll give them that. Like, they kind of got my interest. So, I mean, I'm going to see it one way or another, but yeah. I'm surprised. Really, I got this in front of that movie. Like I said, I got a lot of Oscar bait movies. Speaking of that, I'll be back later this week. I got a lot of movies coming up. A lot of reviews. This is why I said I wanted to wait until the end of January to do my top 10 list, because we got a couple more Oscar films. We got Moonlight and Silence. Finally came to my movie theater. Silence, there's only one time at 9:15. Again, this movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes, and I have to fucking see this at 9:15. Fuck you, movie theater. So, it's new Scorsese movies. I'm gonna go fucking see it. I will find one way or another to go see that. Also, along with those two, Moonlight and Silence, we got Split and The Founder. So, I got a fucking busy week ahead of me. So, until then, I will talk to you guys later.